here at the 2023 BLK Summit in Atlanta, man. Nick Cannon in the house, man. Really appreciate the time. What do you think of the event, man?
Jabari, man, y'all setting it off up in here. It's live, it's electric, it's us, man. So, job well done.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I wanted to do this because every time I watch that clip of you and Keenan and how he always just said he used to be a Jabari, right? Like, it's amazing, man. Now you're sitting talking to a Jabari.
Actual Jabari.
Yeah, you're talking to an actual Jabari. How does it feel to talk to an actual Jabari?
I've envisioned Jabaris in my life. Nah, man, it's an inside joke that Keenan and I have. That's one of my best friends in life. And we literally, because, you know, that's a black name.
Yeah,
we always, you know, it's your name. So, like, everybody know a Jabari.
Yeah, when I write the name, when I fill out your ethnicity, I'm like, come on, y'all can figure that out. Y'all can figure it out. So what's 2024 in store, man? 2023 is over, right?
Man,
and you know, I'm sure
so
you got a lot.
excited about 2024, all the innovation and entrepreneurial efforts that we're putting together in the space of just content, ownership, assets, acquisitions. You know what I mean? Like, I've had the opportunity throughout my career to kind of watch the game shift and be able to adapt. And now I'm in that space, man, of really building platforms to give others opportunities. So, you know, we got a few new shows. We got the Future Superstar show that just launched that really is about the next generation of music artists. We got a show doing a lot of stuff on the Amazon platform and building. You know, they have so much going on from the spaces of commerce and content merging together. So I'm on there daily. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Prime, I'm on Freebie, so we're doing stuff with them. And then, of course, building this Wild 'N Out brand to kind of continue to sustain in the space of, you know, content creators, comedy, and really just brand innovation.
Yeah. What's the future of Wild 'N Out, man? Because you just mentioned, I mean, it was with MTV for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, do you continue on that path? Or
I
do
think
you
it's grown beyond it. You know what I mean? I love what Paramount is doing of how they, you know, kind of compartmentalized everything, but still keeping everything under the Paramount umbrella. So now it's not, Wild 'N Out isn't just MTV, it isn't just BET, it isn't VH1, it's its own brand. And you'll see that more and more. It's Paramount's most #1 digital brand out of all of their, you know, entities combined. So I'm excited to just allow it to grow and continue to partner with them and allow it to stand on its own, because that's where it's going. Like, we used to, you know, turn to a certain channel to watch something. Now you just type it in. And from that, you know, we've had so much traction and so much growth, especially in the digital space. So we live in there super strong.
Yeah, and you're just coming off of our panel, man. Thanks you again, talking about Africa and ways you can expand on that continent. And I've been having so many conversations with people that live in Africa, businesses. I know fintech is one of the areas that they're looking at. What are you looking at when it comes to that? I know you want to expand Wild 'N Out over there, but is there any other areas?
The diaspora and the talent there. You know what I mean? Obviously, music has already led the charge.
Absolutely.
You know, they're the #1 music around the world right now. And then I feel like that's the same way in the space of film and television. Man, there's so many stories that should be told. I mean, about the continent, and great historical stories, man. Like, I wanted to even talk more about that on the panel. Like, we want to hear the story of Mansa Musa. We want to hear the story of Nefertiti. We want to hear the story of
Fila.
It's so many that, you know, if we dig deep, because I'm always one of the pontificators when it comes to, like, yo, we're much more than just, you know, our post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? The African Americans here always believe our history starts with slavery. When we come from great lineage of kings, scientists, creators, you know, the architects of our culture, and I want to be able to help tell those stories.
2024, that's what the future is. But let's flash back 1 minute for 2023, right? Because you cannot talk about hip-hop culture without mentioning you in that, right? I mean, you can't go, and Drumline was a piece of hip-hop culture, right?
Man,
you're a piece of hip-hop culture. Did you like the way that hip-hop was celebrated on the 50th anniversary, or could it have been better?
I mean, I always believe it could have been better, just because I feel like I am a child of hip-hop, as you put it, so I want to see it on the biggest stages. I think everybody who saluted it and celebrated it did a fantastic job. I love the fact that, you know, everything from seeing the Hip-Hop Museum go up in the Bronx to all of the things that we got to see at the Grammys, and certain, I believe there's even another coming up literally this week, a celebration at the Grammys and CBS are putting on. But we got to keep going. We got to go harder, because it is our culture. It's the #1 export, and everyone knows that hip hop is taking over the world. So, and it's still young. It's 50, but I want them to scream it louder from the mountaintops. Absolutely. But every celebration has been dope, and it's so dope to see our OGs get recognized.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And bring it together with, you know, everybody who's moving and shaking in the culture right now. I think Jay did it, you know, Jay was celebrated in such an amazing way with the, you know, the Brooklyn Museum and, you know.
Have you been?
I haven't. I want to go. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm back in New York next week, so I'm gonna try to get out there.
You got to, man, because it's not gonna be there forever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I keep forgetting it's an exhibit, so I gotta go myself, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I get you out of here on this because you got a plane to catch.
Yeah.
Always ask people at the end because Jim Collins wrote a great book. It's called Good to Great. Right?
Yeah.
How do you transition from good to great? You've been there, Nick. You've climbed the ladder in entertainment. Steve Harvey's one of your mentors. Like, you know, done that. How does one get from good to great in this society?
Perseverance. You get from good to great by not stopping. It's going to be many obstacles, it's going to be many challenges, but those are only meant to sharpen you from good to great. You start off as good. Yeah. We all got some goodness in us, but that perseverance, that stick-to-itiveness is what allows people to become great. You know what I mean? Especially when you weather the storm and you see adversity. That's where the greatness occurs.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh,
Nick
man.
Cannon, 2023 BLK Summit. Gotta have you back in future summits.
Come on, man, let's do it.
Absolutely. And you're going to Africa and Botswana, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
I'm here. Make me part of the Forbes family.
You already are, man.
There
Appreciate
it is.
the time, bro.
All right.
Thank you, man.
My man.